All right, guys, workout 1266. We have power cleans and front squats for your skill. So if you have your weights at it far away from you, go ahead and grab them. Make sure that they're nice and handy. We have power cleans, front squats, and then we have a 12-minute AMRAP. We have PVC pipe V-up, so you're gonna need your broomstick, your PVC pipe, your towel, whatever it is that you guys use for those pass-throughs and those range of motion movements. We're gonna go ahead and need that, okay? So bring it over. We're also gonna do med ball cleans. We know that you guys don't have med balls, so again, that same weight that you're using for the skill, we'll use for the workout. And then lastly, we have burpees. So you won't need much for that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with your range of motion. Good mornings, PVC pipe, pass-throughs, and your around the worlds, okay? So those three, let's go ahead and do 10. When you're done with those, okay, so here are your pass-throughs. All right, here are your good mornings. Remember, good mornings, keeping your hips high. Okay, and then you have your around the worlds, going for 5 one way, going for 5 the other way. And then the next one, I want you guys to go ahead and do a cross. Bring in right, left side, boom. Okay, that's going to be for your range of motion. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this skill. This skill in itself, I want you guys to do a few sets before you actually start, so we're going to take our warm up from there, okay? So we have power cleans. We are doing 4 sets per arm. We know most of you are only counting with 1 dumbbell or 1 kettlebell. If you have both, go ahead and use both. There's not a problem at all, okay? But we have to modify for those of us that only have 1 piece of equipment. So we have 4 sets of power cleans plus 4 front squats. So remember, power clean, you guys are going all the way through the floor. We're going to go ahead and motion through all points, reaching down. Feet are going to be right under the hip. You guys can go slightly wider, especially if you prefer to have your dumbbell right in between the leg. I prefer to have it between the leg, but you guys can also do it right at the side, okay? I tend to tilt a little bit. If you notice, I go to the side here. So that's why I prefer to just align the weight to the center of my body if I'm using 1. If you were using 2, it's easier to keep that balance here. You see that? Versus me just kind of using 1 leaning in. But again, personal preference, I prefer to do, if I'm doing 1, I prefer to center that way. So here we go. From the floor, big shrug, making sure that we're getting all 3 points of extension, toe, legs, and hips, okay? Oops, see, I'm falling forward. Boom, right here, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and add that high pull. I'm gonna go forward so you guys can see, high pull, and then here's my catch. Boom. That's gonna be my power clean. So I'm gonna do 4 power cleans. Make sure that you guys are motioning through also. Okay, so do your warm-up sets. When I'm done with my 4th one, I'm gonna go ahead and keep that weight on my front rack position, and I'm gonna go into my 4 front squats. 2, 3, and 4. So I do 4 power cleans plus 4 front squats. I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite arm, doing my 4 power cleans, and then my 4 front squats. And that would be 1 set on the right, 1 set on the left. You guys want to do 4 sets on each arm, okay? So 4 on the right, 4 on the left. And that's your skill. All right, and let's go ahead and talk about our workout. We have a 12-minute AMRAP. You will need your PVC pipe. We have PVC pipe V-ups or easy riders. We have med ball cleans, which again, you guys can use the same weight you guys use for the skill, and it's cleans, okay? The only difference here is that instead of catching it in a high stance, we're gonna try and catch it more in a squat. Whenever we do med ball cleans in the gym, we do require that you guys land in a squat. I'll go over that in a second, okay? So PVC pipe V-ups, cleans, and burpees. All right, so for your V-ups, using your PVC pipe, hollow body position, reaching at the top, okay? If these aren't happening, go for your easy riders. Okay, so same range of motion pretty much, but we're allowed to bend at the knee. After that, we're gonna do for your med ball cleans. We don't have a med ball, I'm gonna use the same weight I had. And now instead of catching at the top here, right, I'm gonna go ahead and catch at the bottom. So that's gonna be the difference between the skill and these. That instead of landing up here, I'm going to go lower in my catch, okay? And then lastly, you guys have your burpees, which you already know how to do. Reaching down, making sure that these feet are coming towards your hands and they're nice and flat, avoid landing here, standing up and clapping at the top. 12-minute AMRAP of your PVC pipe V-ups, your med ball cleans, and your burpees. So it's 10, 15, 10. Sorry, I don't think there's a number there. It's 10 PVC B-ups, 15 cleans, 10 burpees, 12 minutes. Have fun.